Welcome back to our Retail Reimagined series. I'm Tony Easterlin, go-to-market specialist for Amazon Connect at AWS. In our last episode, we heard from Vince Coe, our head of digital commerce here at AWS, about 3 key customer experience priorities for retailers and CPG companies. The first being, we are beyond the hype of AI and moving towards practical applications with measurable business impact to handle complex questions while also improving satisfaction and uncovering insights. 2, shopping journeys are fluid, with discovery and sales and support all performed through many various channels. And 3, CX differentiators are adopting conversational commerce, turning service moments into natural shopping opportunities and maintaining consistent understanding of the customer across all interaction channels. Today, we're going to hear from our partners at NeuroFlash on how retailers are moving towards demonstrating those business impacts using AI and customer experience. I'll turn it over to Tom Hebner, the Vice President of Agentic Solutions at NeuroFlash, to enlighten us on Gen AI and retail and show us an exciting demo. Tom, take it away.
Yeah, thanks, Tony. Thank you first for the opportunity. I really happy to be talking today. So I'm weird. I have a weird background. So I started my career in '99 and working with technology that you talk to or talks to you, eventually technology you type to or types to you. So I've been doing language tech my whole career, conversational technology, and it was a fairly niche market. It was really just contact center service, phone systems and chatbots is what the whole thing. So I ended up being fortunate enough to be the first on a couple. I was on the first project ever to deploy natural language understanding IVR to Sprint in 2001 with our COO, Jim Hunt. And then 2013, Dennis Thomas, our CTO, and I were lucky enough to deploy the first chatbot at USAA on their mobile app in 2013. So my whole career has been this technology. And then with generative AI coming out and this incredible language technology, suddenly everyone cares about what I know and what we know. We've been doing conversational tech our whole career, and this is our moment. Right, everyone's here and everyone cares. So it's a really exciting time. Actually, I hope I get to show you some of the stuff we're building right now and what's right around the corner with voice. So that's me. Really, what I focus on when it's generative AI is large language models. So anything that involves language is good. Something that when you're talking to it and it's replying to you, or if it's helping you talk to somebody else. Language is where it's the best. So a lot of people are looking at AI to solve all their business problems, and eventually, sure. But what we have, the technology right now, and where it's most powerful, is anything that involves language. So the low-hanging fruit is service. If people are contacting you for service, and frankly, if anyone's calling you for service, is where we're really going to see a big impact. People, I think it's 70-80% of people that need service are still calling, even though there's bots and self-service and everything out there. People still call. People pick up the phone. If they really have something they need resolved, they pick up the phone. If they ordered something online and it came damaged, they pick up the phone and call to complain, right? So all of that can be handled with generative AI at really, really, really high rates, where it wasn't able to before. So I think that's the great place to start. What's exciting about voice and retail and generative AI, bringing all those together, you start thinking of things like when you could even have somebody at the a checkout counter at a retail store have an iPad in front of them that's listening to the conversation and popping up what they should be cross-selling, upselling, other things they could be doing based on the conversation they're having actively right there in the store. So there are these kind of art of the possible, forward-thinking things that are going to come now, because voice technology has been around for 20, 30 years, but it hasn't been great. So now that it has the power to be amazing, these use cases, we've been thinking about these use cases for over a decade now, but now they can actually become a reality because the technology is so powerful. What we're seeing, voice is still new. There are latency challenges and all kinds of things that are being worked on, and it's going with Nova Sonic. It's unbelievable. So I expect by this calendar year, we're going to see some real forward-thinking voice applications out there. What people do right now is generative AI on digital channels on chat is working, and it works well. So the companies that are in the lead have fully functioning generative chatbots, and the automation for those is always at least double what they had before. So you had a Lexbot in your on your website, this is going to do double the automation, if not more, with generative technology. So take advantage of that. Then it's a very different way to develop, a very different way to sell, to deliver, a very different way to scale these bots than traditional. So getting over that hump of understanding what it means to build, because everyone who's deployed software for the last decade or more, you have a software development lifecycle where you design, you build, you test. Even if you're doing agile or waterfall, all those are just variations of design, build, test, right? With generative, it doesn't do the same thing every time. Your design is, let's pick a use case. Your build is very quick because it's a set of instructions. And then your test is not necessarily testing because it's not going to reply the same way. It's more validating that it's generally right. Is it as good as your human? Because the humans that are there now, they make 5 to 10% errors. So bots in the past were scripted 100% of the time did the same thing. You could test them, say that is done, it's working. But with generative, you can't do that. So a whole new paradigm is forming for how you deploy these. So the folks that are leading are learning that paradigm, living in it, so that when voice hits and has a huge impact, they're going to be the ones who are ready versus are going through voice and going through that at the same time. All right. So this is Art of the Possible. It's pretty amazing.
Thanks for calling North River Beverage. Welcome back. Just so you know I sound like a real person, but I'm actually AI. How can I help you?
Yeah, I need to add to my next delivery.
Got it. What would you like to add to your next delivery?
Can I add a case of Casamigos Blanco and a case of Casamigos Añejo?
Absolutely. Would you like both cases added to your July 15th delivery?
Actually, could I have the delivery come earlier?
Sure thing. Would you like it delivered on July 12th instead?
That's Saturday, right? Yeah, that'd be great. Yes.
Perfect. I'll schedule your delivery for Saturday.
Actually, no, I forgot. Hold on, I forgot something. Yeah. So, sorry. I almost forgot this. I need to get a case of Pinot Noir, like a good California Pinot Noir. Do you have a good recommendation? Like around $20 a bottle. Any recommendations?
Yes, I recommend the Meiomi Pinot Noir. It's a popular California pick, smooth and fruit forward, and it runs about $20 a bottle. Would you like me to add a case of that to your order?
Yeah, add a case of Meiomi Pinot Noir. That sounds great. Can you summarize for me everything that I ordered?
Of course. You've got a case of Casamigos Blanco, a case of Casamigos Añejo, and a case of Meiomi Pinot Noir scheduled for delivery on Saturday, July 12th. Anything else?
Yeah, what's all that going to cost me additionally?
Great question. The Casamigos Blanco is $480 per case. The Añejo is $540, and the Meiomi Pinot Noir is $240. So your total for the additions comes to $1,260. Want me to lock that in?
$1,260. I love the way you talk. Is that $1,260?
Yes, exactly. $1,260 total for the added items. Should I go ahead and confirm the updated order?
Yes, I love you so much.
You're the best. I'm so glad I could help. Anything else you'd like to add or change?
That's it, bud. So he still has trouble reading numbers, dollar amounts. But other than that, it's a really, really compelling. And having done this for my entire career, which is 26 years now, it's incredible how well that works. Like this was literally impossible. I would not be able to build that with the technology. Even it was AI, it was predictive AI, but you still would have to script that entire conversation. There's no way it could have handled my interruptions, adding, changing variances. That's absolutely incredible. And really, the real power. So one of the things that's just a universal truth is people today that call into companies and talk to their IVR, even if it's a natural language, predictive AI, IVR, says, how can I help you? They say on average 2.5 words. And 2 of those words are I need, I want. The other one is a human, usually a person. So they're not engaging at the level that they can with the technology there today. So if we are deploying new voice applications running on LLMs, but they sound like the old technology, you will not get the engagement. So it's intentional that he says, I know I sound like a human, but I'm actually AI. That's an intentional choice to get people to pay attention to, oh, this is something different. And he does sound very natural, to give you this idea that I can speak naturally too. And you see when you do, the conversation flows. I get made fun of a lot for saying this, that everything has changed, because it really has. And in the world that I've been in my entire career, we've been dreaming of building applications like this, knowing that we cannot. And it's not about dreams anymore. It's really about execution, because the technology's here and it works. What's happening with Bedrock, if anyone's had a chance to play with Nova Sonic, when you hook that up to a phone, which I think is happening very soon, it's going to change everything in this space. So thank you very much for this time. I appreciate getting here and talking about it. I'm passionate about this, so you can hopefully tell, and I really enjoyed my time. Thank you.